What's up, guys? It's the Game Bro coming back to you fresh out of rehab this time. Nice. We got another rare, legendary shooter review today for you. It's Ibara on the PS2. Now, 5 months ago, I had a relationship with Battle Garega that was great, showed a lot of potential and promise, but I did what any dude does in a stable relationship, cheat on her. Fast forward a few months after trying to fill that void, and you come across Ibara, a game that sparks the same feeling Rising's Garega gave you. But why? Ibara is a spiritual successor to Battle Garega, as former Rising and Garega programmer Shinobu Yagawa played a heavy part in development. It was said that after Rising merged into aiding and disbanded the shooter side of business, Cave's Tsunuki Ikeda approached Yagawa and said, "I want you to meet Battle Garega at Cave." The rest is history. Sharing many mechanics and visual inspirations, the two are very similar, so no surprise why you get it up so easy with this one instead of needed the blue pill with Chelsea last week. Even the aesthetics are the same, combining old tech with over-the-top weapons, making up for the lack of titties with a tight ass. But it's time again we talk about the ranking system. Anyway, let's get started. Developed by Cave and published by Taito, Ibara hit arcades on Cave CV1000B hardware July 15, 2005, and found its way to the PS2 in Japan only February 23, 2006. The vertically scrolling bullet hell offers 2-player co-op, and the PS2 port offers the arrange mode, an updated release called Ibara Kuro, Black Label, Cave made to remedy fan concerns upon initial release. Plot? You bet ya. So basically taking place in the 19th century in a northern European country of Edelweiss, the mechanical industry has grown, but Professor Teresa Rose looks at her 5 guardians and it's all like, let's fuck this place. Her forces destroy the land, and in a last-ditch effort, the Emperor is all like, call the negotiators. I've got these ships ready. Almost like he saw it coming. Fuck, even the plot is fucking straight up Battle Garega. And the game unfolds over 6 stages with 2 loops. The ships are 2 different biplanes that look like what Wish would send you if you ordered Garega, but still cool and have a massive amount of firepower to offer. Player 1 is Bond and Player 2 is Dine. That's how it is, that's it. 2-button attack is what you get here, a main shot and a bomb shot. The hitbox is so small to dodge heavy enemy fire, and the controls are tighter than the bosses pictured on the screen. Power-ups are achieved by picking shit up after killing enemies, and special ones by letting some drop off the screen for the next. These include option pods, machine guns, flamethrower? I didn't see that one. Missiles and rockets. The bomb shot is very similar to Garega in charging it up for a bigger blast. And I can never make it more than a day myself, or even a few hours, so everyone just assumes that I faked it unless they get that numb tongue. The gameplay is pretty fucking fast-paced. It reminds me a little bit of an early Katsui. Rarely is there any slowdown on the screen, which is more impressive than a woman pulling off sarcasm. Which is fucking impressive, right? Unlike Dodonpaki and Espagluda, Ibara isn't port perfect and looks more at home on the Saturn and PS1, but I still fire up my old flip phones to get off to my exes and high school friends. Enemies shower you in purple and blue fire. When they die, give you an ass ton of flowers and medals to shoot up. Sometimes there's a cheap death when you're in a corner and just lose sight of yourself. If you like ships that look like fucking tanks, this game's got fucking tanks. It's got crawling shit that looks like fucking tanks. It's got ships that look like fucking tanks. It's got fucking tank. The boss's ships are more detailed and have crazy screen flooding attacks that would take an ASD kid from mild to wild. The best part of Ibara is after you defeat the bosses, there's a small cutscene where they strip down the red, white, and black undies, followed by a small load time to let you finish. Like most Cave games, the first level is inviting and not the hardest, but keep going and it's get fucked. The first loop is whatever you set it on, plus the adjusting have a wank, reduce the rank system, but the second loop ramps up the intensity and forces you to watch Hallmark movies with your mom, but not get a boner while it plays the Betty White version of Pete Erotica in your ears. The level design is pretty diverse, but again feel like Battle Garega, especially in stage 1 with that swinging crane arm. Also, I was getting some Under the Feet vibes too on some of the darker stages, but again very well put together and quite an enjoyable experience to play through. You want that 1cc action? Do you really want it? Do you really want it? Complete playthrough comes in at a little less than 40 minutes, and as you respawn at the point of death and have unlimited continues, even a beginner can expect it if they don't break the controller first. What's a major selling point though, and it's obvious right away with that first stage, is the soundtrack. Smash in your ears with electro rock, this is where it sets itself apart from Garega. Composed by Shunji Hoso, famous for Dragon Spirits or Dine, and the more mainstream Ridge Racer, this is his best work to date. The first track sucks you in and the rest match each level perfect in pace, rhythm, and timing, even getting a physical release with a figure of the main boss Teresa Rose. That alone makes the replay value sky high, but a newer version of Battle Garega is all you need to say to get me addicted. It's a good pick-up and play too, with relatively short load times, and you can get pretty far into the first loop in 10 minutes, if you can get your hands on a copy. Ready for it? The recent boom in shooters has caused Ibara's price tag to skyrocket to an astounding $400 to get one of these stateside. Don't worry, in the coming weeks it gets worse. For me, Ibara is another one of those lifetime acquisitions, and I love playing it as much as I like staring at it. It's the rare 10 that'll suck, squeeze, bang, and blow. It's a car joke, I'm sorry. The legacy of Ibara is interesting in that it never was really thought of as a cave game, but more like a mid-90s shooter. The middle 2000s fans probably weren't accustomed to Igawa's previous work with the ranking system or extreme learning curve, so mixed reviews were expected, but bringing a legend to the modern day is what Cave was after all along. Ibara is the ultimate fuck. It's the specials and nights you get your girl some new lingerie, for your enjoyment. Her favorite bottle of wine, so you can take advantage of her. And watch her favorite movie, so she could do something for you now. But Ibara doesn't need all that to look good because she's already something you can't take your eyes off. And you don't need to get her all fucked up to have your way with her because you're you. It's yours when you want it. Ibara is definitely one worth living and dying with at the hopes that it happens at the same time. Yep, I let her pick the notebook. But I got to watch my fantasy of a three-way come true, so worth it. Just wish they left some for me. Anyway, guys, hope you liked the vid. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that algorithm bullshit. Hit that fucking bell button if you want them notifications. Check out my YouTube shorts. Until next Tuesday, I've been the Game Bro, and I am out.